Have you ever felt an overwhelming wave of emotional pain after a perceived rejection? It's like a sudden storm that takes over your mind and heart, leaving you feeling vulnerable and exposed. Do critical comments sting more than they should? Even a small remark can feel like a dagger, piercing through your self-esteem and leaving a lasting mark. You might be experiencing rejection sensitive dysphoria, or RSD. This condition can make everyday interactions feel like a minefield where any misstep could lead to emotional turmoil. This often misunderstood condition is more common than you think, especially among those with ADHD. In fact, studies show that a significant percentage of individuals with ADHD also experience RSD. Don't worry, you're not alone. Many people around the world are navigating the challenges of RSD, finding ways to cope and support each other. RSD isn't just being sensitive, it's a profound emotional response that can feel overwhelming and all-consuming. It's an intense emotional response to perceived criticism or rejection, often disproportionate to the situation. This can make social interactions and professional environments particularly challenging. Imagine feeling like your whole world is crashing down after a friend cancels plans or a boss gives constructive feedback. These situations, which might seem minor to others, can trigger a cascade of negative emotions for someone with RSD. That's the power of RSD. It can make you feel isolated and misunderstood, as if no one else can truly grasp the depth of your emotional pain. The good news is that RSD is manageable. With the right strategies and support, you can learn to navigate your emotions and reduce the impact of RSD on your life. By understanding its symptoms, its link to ADHD, and effective treatments, you can navigate life with RSD and thrive. There are various therapeutic approaches, self-help techniques, and support systems available to help you manage RSD. This essay will guide you through the world of RSD, offering insights and strategies to help you regain control and live a fulfilling life. Together, we will explore the tools and resources that can empower you to overcome the challenges of RSD and embrace a brighter future. Imagine this. You send a text to a friend, excited to make plans. You eagerly await their response, your mind buzzing with anticipation about the fun you'll have together. Hours pass, and you receive no reply. You check your phone repeatedly, each time feeling a bit more anxious. For someone with RSD, this seemingly small event can trigger a cascade of painful emotions. The silence feels deafening and the anxiety starts to build. Your mind races with thoughts of "they don't like me anymore" or "I did something wrong." You start to replay every interaction, searching for a mistake you might have made. These aren't just fleeting thoughts, they are intense emotional experiences. The feelings of rejection are so strong that they can consume your entire day. Shame, sadness, anxiety, and anger can all surface, leaving you feeling overwhelmed and out of control. It's like being on an emotional roller coaster with no way to get off. The pain can be so intense that it manifests physically, with symptoms like stomach aches, headaches, or difficulty sleeping. Your body reacts to the emotional turmoil, making it even harder to cope. The good news is that these emotional storms usually pass quickly. Just as suddenly as they arrive, they can dissipate, leaving you feeling relieved. One moment you might be drowning in despair, and the next, you're back to your usual self. The emotional intensity can be bewildering, but it's important to remember that it's temporary. However, the fear of experiencing these intense emotions again can lead to avoidance behaviors. You might start to withdraw from social interactions to protect yourself from potential pain. You might hesitate to reach out to friends, share your opinions, or pursue your passions, all in an attempt to avoid potential rejection. This avoidance can create a cycle of isolation and loneliness, making it even harder to break free from the grip of RSD. Finding support, whether through friends, family, or a therapist, can be crucial in managing these intense emotions. Understanding that you are not alone and that help is available can make a significant difference. Practicing self-care and mindfulness can also help in navigating the emotional roller coaster of RSD. Taking time to care for your mental and physical well-being can provide a buffer against the intense feelings of rejection. Remember, while the emotional roller coaster of RSD can be challenging, there are ways to manage it and find moments of peace and happiness amidst the storm. While rejection sensitive dysphoria, or RSD, can affect anyone, it's particularly prevalent in individuals with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, commonly known as ADHD. This emotional condition can cause intense feelings of rejection, criticism, or failure, even in situations where such feelings might not be warranted. Research suggests that up to 99% of adults with ADHD experience RSD to some degree. This staggering statistic highlights the profound impact RSD can have on the lives of those with ADHD, influencing their personal relationships, professional lives, and overall well-being. This connection isn't a coincidence. It's deeply rooted in the neurobiology of both conditions. Scientists have found that the brain structures and pathways involved in ADHD are also implicated in the emotional responses associated with RSD. Think of your brain as a complex network of highways, with signals constantly traveling back and forth. These signals are responsible for processing information, regulating emotions, and responding to external stimuli. In individuals with ADHD, the areas responsible for emotional regulation and filtering incoming stimuli are like roads under construction. This means that the pathways that help manage emotions and reactions are not as efficient or well-developed as they might be in others. This can lead to heightened emotional sensitivity and difficulty filtering out perceived threats, such as potential rejection. Everyday interactions can become overwhelming, and the fear of rejection can be magnified, making social situations particularly challenging. It's important to remember that RSD is not a character flaw or a sign of weakness. It's a natural response rooted in the brain's wiring, and understanding this can help reduce the stigma and self-blame often associated with it. It's a neurological difference, just like ADHD itself. Recognizing this can empower individuals to seek out strategies and support systems that cater to their unique needs. Understanding this connection can help individuals with ADHD and RSD approach their experiences with greater self-compassion and seek appropriate support. Whether through therapy, support groups, or mindfulness practices, there are ways to manage these challenges and lead fulfilling lives. Why do individuals with RSD experience such intense emotional reactions? The answer lies deep within the brain, in a region called the amygdala. The amygdala acts as our emotional control center, rapidly processing and responding to potential threats. In individuals with RSD, the amygdala is like a highly sensitive smoke detector constantly on high alert. Even the slightest hint of rejection triggers a full-blown alarm, flooding the body with stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. This surge of hormones creates the familiar physical and emotional symptoms of RSD. Moreover, the prefrontal cortex, responsible for rational thought and emotional regulation, may not be as effective in modulating the amygdala's response in individuals with RSD. This explains why the emotional response can feel so immediate and overwhelming, often overriding logical thinking. Section 5. Navigating relationships with RSD. RSD, or Rejection Sensitive Dysphoria, can significantly impact relationships, creating a cycle of fear, avoidance, and misunderstandings. The fear of rejection can lead individuals to overanalyze every interaction, searching for hidden meanings and signs of disapproval. For example, a simple text message like "talk soon" might be interpreted as a sign that the other person is losing interest. This can lead to excessive reassurance seeking, with constant texts or calls to confirm the other person's feelings. However, this need for constant validation can be overwhelming for the other person, potentially pushing them away and reinforcing the fear of rejection. It's a delicate balance, but understanding the dynamics of RSD in relationships can help individuals develop healthier communication patterns and build stronger connections. Well, let's talk about effective treatments for rejection sensitive dysphoria, or RSD. It's important to remember that each person's experience with RSD is unique, so treatment plans should be individualized. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, can be particularly helpful in managing the intense emotional responses associated with RSD. Medications such as certain antidepressants or ADHD medications might also be prescribed to help regulate mood and attention. And of course, regular consultations with a healthcare provider are essential to ensure the treatment plan is working effectively. Self-care strategies can play a significant role in managing RSD. First, it's crucial to develop a strong support system of friends, family, or support groups who understand and can provide emotional support. Practicing mindfulness and relaxation techniques can help reduce overall stress and improve emotional regulation. Setting realistic goals and being kind to oneself are also key components of self-care. Remember, it's okay to seek help when needed, and taking care of your mental health is a sign of strength, not weakness. Finding strength in shared experiences can be incredibly empowering for those dealing with RSD. Connecting with others who understand what you're going through can provide a sense of community and validation. Many people find support groups, whether in person or online, to be a valuable resource. Sharing your story and hearing others' experiences can foster a sense of belonging and reduce feelings of isolation. It's amazing how much strength we can find in the collective experiences of others. Living fully with RSD is absolutely possible. It involves understanding and accepting your emotions, seeking appropriate treatment, and implementing effective self-care strategies. With the right support and tools, individuals with RSD can lead fulfilling and meaningful lives. Remember, you are not defined by your condition, but by how you choose to live with it. Embrace your journey, seek out the support you need, and continue to strive for a life filled with joy and purpose.